It was a cold spring night in Minnesota. Brandon Swanson, a college student, was driving home after a party. He called his parents for help after his car slid into a ditch. He wasn't hurt, just stuck. Calmly, he told them he could see the lights of a town and was walking along a gravel road. His parents drove out, talking to him on the phone, trying to find each other in the dark. They flashed their headlights but couldn't see him. Something was off. Brandon stayed on the line, describing his surroundings, but the search grew more confusing. Suddenly he shouted a sharp curse. The call went dead. Brandon was never heard from again. He was a responsible, well-liked 19-year-old with no reason to disappear. That night he'd celebrated the end of finals with friends, then set out for home. The roads were dark and winding, easy to get lost. After the accident, he called his parents at 1:54 a.m. saying he was near Lind. They searched, but couldn't find him, even though they thought they were in the right place. Minutes turned into hours as they drove every road calling his name. The night swallowed up all trace of Brandon. By sunrise he was gone, leaving only questions behind. The final call was the only clue. Brandon's parents searched desperately, guided only by his voice on the phone. He described walking toward town lights, hearing water nearby, and passing fences. The call lasted 47 minutes. Directions, reassurances, hope. Frustration grew as they failed to meet. Brandon insisted he was close. His father urged him to return to the car, but Brandon kept walking. Then abruptly Brandon shouted, "Oh, shh!" and the line went dead. His parents called back, but he never answered. They searched the area all night but found nothing. As dawn broke, the mystery deepened. No sign of Brandon or his car. Friends and family joined the search, combing fields and roads. Police were called, and an official search began, but every lead was a dead end. The last words Brandon spoke haunted his parents. The search area was vast, the clues few. The hope of finding him safe faded with the daylight. The only certainty, Brandon had vanished without a trace. The night's confusion became a family's nightmare. The silence after his final word was deafening. Cell phone records revealed Brandon wasn't near Lind but closer to Porter, 25 miles away. The search shifted, and his car was found in a ditch. No damage, no struggle, just stuck. The car's location confirmed he'd been far from where everyone had looked. Search teams, dogs, and volunteers scoured the area. A scent trail led away from the car down a gravel road through fields and along the Yellow Medicine River. After 3 miles, the trail vanished at the river's edge. Despite exhaustive searches on foot, by boat, and from the air, no other clues were found. No footprints, no phone, no keys. The land and river kept their secrets. The only evidence, a path that ended in mystery. The searchers found nothing but questions. Brandon's disappearance was complete. The trail simply stopped. The case grew colder with every passing day. The answer remained hidden in the Minnesota night. Theories abound, but none bring answers. Some believe Brandon fell into the Yellow Medicine River. The scent trail ended there and the water was high and fast. Others think he got lost in the fields and marshes, succumbing to hypothermia and vanishing in the tall grass. Foul play is considered, but there's no evidence, no struggle, no suspects. The idea that he staged his disappearance is unlikely. He was happy, close to family, and seeking help. His last words were a cry of alarm, not a goodbye. Every theory leads to a dead end. The landscape is vast, the night was cold, and Brandon was alone. The river, the fields, and the darkness all could have hidden him. No evidence has surfaced to support any single explanation. The case remains unsolved, haunting all who hear it. Brandon's family is left with only possibilities. The truth is lost in the Minnesota night. Theories offer no comfort, only more questions. The mystery endures. Brandon's disappearance is chilling because he vanished while on the phone with his parents. They heard his voice, tried to help, but were powerless. The 47-minute call is a timeline with no resolution. No evidence has ever surfaced, just his car and a scent trail to the river. It's as if he vanished into thin air. The lack of clues leaves his family in endless limbo. In response, Minnesota passed Brandon's law, requiring immediate searches for missing adults under 21. His parents fought for this change, hoping to spare others their pain. The law is a small light in a dark story. The questions remain: did he fall into the river, meet someone in the dark, collapse from the cold? The silence after his final word lingers. For his family, the search never ends. They hope for answers, for closure, for peace. Brandon's story is a stark reminder. Sometimes people vanish, leaving only questions. The silence is all that remains. As the screen fades to black, a single streetlight flickers in the distance, illuminating an empty road that disappears into the night. Shadows move gently in the tall grass, and a faint outline of a figure seems to linger at the edge of the darkness. never quite in focus, never quite gone. If you found this story as haunting and compelling as we did, subscribe to Mystery Mode On for more unsolved cases and real-life mysteries. And remember, some disappearances don't fade away, they just wait in the dark for someone to notice.